crack open this delicious Monster Hydro and wait for somebody to talk to. I will say though, these Monster Hydros are awesome. Tastes like a watermelon Jolly Rancher. And it's got Monster Crack in it, so it keeps me nice and hydrated, and it tastes amazing. Dance party. Looks like we're back in the 70s. Where my homies at tonight? What's going on? Oh, come on. What's everybody busy on a Saturday at 1:30 in the morning? What up, dude? What's going on, bro? What the hell is going on? Did everybody, like, all of a sudden their messages are coming through now? Because it just, like, all of a sudden blew up out of nowhere. This is weird. Well, if you guys can hear what I'm saying as I'm saying it, press 1. Press 1 in the chat so I know that you guys are up to date, because I kind of just been sitting here waiting for the chat to blow up, and then all of a sudden, like, it wasn't showing anything for like the last 4 minutes, so I was about to actually just end it because I didn't see anybody come in. But then all of a sudden my number jumped up and chat went flying off the screen. All right. So what's going on, guys? What's up, Jaden? What's up, Dragon? What's up, Leafy? What is up, Desert? What's up, Plasma? And what's up, Lone Wolf? What's going on, guys? Don't forget to drop those likes. What's going on, Turtle? What's going on, my man? Got us a mod up in here. Happy 800. I swear though, I keep losing subscribers from playing Destiny. Is it like... What the hell is going on with Nightbot right now? Who's Nightbot? Why are you listed at have your... I just got that. You have your thing listed as Nightbot. I bet it's that one dude that likes to tell people or make those messages up. I can't remember what his name was. He likes to type in the chat messages about blocking people for spam and shit. Your fake Nightbot. Tonight it's pretty boring. I sat. Just gotta hang out and be cool, my man. But I just been sitting at my desk out in the hallway for a while tonight. I sat in the waiting room and watched the English version of Dragon Ball Super on Toonami earlier. So that was kind of fun. And then I watched the newest Japanese Dragon Ball Super episode tonight on my phone. And then I came back here and it was lit. Can I play Friday the 13th in my next stream? Well, you see, Destiny 2 beta ends today, so I'm going to get a little bit more playtime on that. But Monday will be when I play Friday the 13th again. No worries, man. I won't spoil Dragon Ball Super. If you want to watch it for free, just get the Funimation app or just start searching stuff up on YouTube. Every week, somebody uploads the new Japanese Dragon Ball Super to YouTube. But Funimation, you can watch all the episodes for free in full. It's my job. I'm a security guard. Security guard at a hospital. Which means I don't do shit. I can't play tomorrow, dude. Destiny 2 is lit. And it's free. You should check it out, bro. You can play Destiny 2 with me. I actually have a video that I wanted to upload today, but this phone, for some reason, I have this editing software that I was using on my old phone, and for some reason, once I edit the videos, it doesn't like to download it, so I'm going to go use my old phone because I still have it. It's just sitting at home, and I'm going to put the video together and upload it from one of the games where I had, like, I don't know how many kills it was, but pretty much mercy. It was a mercy rule, and I didn't die, and it was pretty awesome. Well, that's pretty cool. You should probably like try to sue them for like for some money or something. I don't know if Nightbot's got any money, but I don't know how they would make revenue or anything, but because there's like I don't think they have ads on their page or anything like that. Yeah, dude. You should definitely play with me. You'll have fun. I was in first place on my team every game. Didn't win every game, but I was in first place all day today. Um, and I was even playing with a guy or a kid, whatever you want to refer to. I was playing with him, and he barely even played Destiny or the first Destiny. He he was even asking me before, when he was doing the story mission that it makes you do. He was asking me like what button to press to do certain things. And when he got online and we played together, we still won a bunch of games. I think it was the first game that we played that we got that mercy roll that I was talking about. It's a pretty fun game. Hey, Friday the 13th is a good game, man. But there's other games out there that I enjoy to play. It is current. If it's 12:45 for you, then it is 1:45 for me. Yeah, it definitely needs to be fixed. As far as telling a story, I don't know if I got any more. I told my two best stories last night's stream that I did about the two people, or the guy under arrest that was in here, and the guy looking for morphine. Well, I guess I have one. I could tell one story. It's not gonna be very long, and it's not as good as the other ones, but it's kind of funny. There's like this kid was in here, and he was whining about something. Like, apparently he had like a tooth removed, and it hurt. And I don't know why they had to ship him out to. Yeah, last night's stream, bro. Go check it out. It was the hour long one that I did. The first one I was just testing it out, and I didn't even realize that I had it in. I didn't even realize that I had my stream in portrait. Is that what it's called when it's like the sides of the screen are black? But I got it in landscape now. But so this kid's in here. He's whining about like a tooth that got removed, like that it's in so much pain. Blah blah blah. He's been in here like 2 times. He's gonna die. And so they decided they were gonna ship him off somewhere in an ambulance. And mind you, this kid, he had a tooth removed, and people are all worrying about him dying. And there's like eight or 9 people in the waiting room, and then like 4 people in his room in the ER just for him. So it was like 12 people for this like 20-some-year-old guy whining about a wisdom teeth removal. And since he wasn't high priority, he had to wait there for like 4 hours before the ambulance got back from whatever they were doing, because it's a small town. There's only like 2 ambulances, and they're not gonna bring a freaking life flight for a toothache. So they finally get there. Now mind you, I don't know if it was legal what they did, but I never heard nothing else about it. But they went in there. It was this older guy and some girl that was the EMTs that were gonna strap him up and, you know, drive him on up to the big city, you know, for a toothache. And so they go into the door. I'm just sitting at my table, because this is back when I first started, and we didn't have a desk. I didn't have a computer, because when I first started, they just started security around here. So they had like a little wooden podium and like this spinny chair that had no armrests or nothing. So it was so uncomfortable. But I'm just sitting there and I watch him go in, and then not even like 3 minutes later, the guy, the older guy, who had like he had a handlebar mustache. It's not important to the story, but it was funny. But he comes storming out the ER on the phone, talking to somebody or no, he wasn't talking to nobody at that point. But he walks out and he's like, if he's gonna fucking act like that, I ain't taking him nowhere, and I mean it. And I'm just like, holy shit, what happened? And he goes outside, gets on his phone, and I can see him just yelling on his phone. He comes back in, and at this point, I follow him into the ER because I want to know what's going on. You know, that's my job. Reduce the conflict. And he's like, "Yep." He said we're not taking him. He said we don't have to take him. If he's gonna be an asshole to us, we're not taking him nowhere. So, long story short, what had happened was when they got in there, the kid was so mad that he had to wait to go to get his toothache fixed that he started cussing out the EMT before they even strapped him up. And so basically they left him high and dry, and he had to sign out of the hospital and drive himself 2 hours to go to the place where they were going to fix his little toothache. And that was a funny one. But other than that, the best ones were what I told yesterday. When and if you haven't seen that stream from last night, go check it out. The guy with the morphine, or wanting the morphine, and then the one guy that came in here drunk off his ass, and or not, well, he was drunk, he was high, and he pissed in the x-ray room, and he was cussing out the cop that was in here who had him under arrest already. It was a good one. Speaking of drunk people, that did remind me that a couple weeks ago, do I live in Michigan? I do not live in Michigan. What's up, Jaden? What's going on? All I'm saying is this dude was in the hospital, and if he was really in that much pain, why would you cuss out anybody that's trying to help you? They don't have to help you, man. I mean, it's the law that they have to do what they have to do, but if you're not in danger of death and you're being a rude ass fuck, they don't really have to do anything. I live in Pennsylvania. Warlock. That's what I play as, but I mean, it doesn't matter really. They all have their different abilities. The Warlock abilities the only Warlock abilities that you can currently use are pretty garbage, but that's always what I've played as. And they all have a different jump, like a different jumping mechanic. And I like the Warlock's jump mechanic the most, so that's the main reason why I play as the Warlock. But anyway, a couple weeks ago, there was this like really bad thunderstorm. And apparently, from what I could gather, yeah, I've tried Hunter. Well, I haven't tried Hunter in Destiny 2, but I've played as all three of the characters in Destiny 1. But there was this really bad thunderstorm, like 2 or 3. It was over the 4th of July weekend, and this dude came up here from Florida to visit or something, and he told the nurses when they brought him in, because he was like soaking wet, because the ambulance brought him in. He was soaking wet, and they asked him what happened, and he said, well, he's like, well, I got here, about 8:30, and I went out for some drinks, and that's all I remember. And the EMTs said that they got a call that there was a dude laying in the middle of the street face down. So he came into town at 8:30 at night and was already passed out drunk, fell down face first in the street, and it was in a thunderstorm, like those thunderstorms where you look outside and you see the water like a river, like going down like into the drain, like one of those thunderstorms. And he's just laying face down, and I don't know how he didn't drown. Like, if you're that drunk and your face is in the water and it's raining so hard that it's actually flooding to where it's thick, like it's like an inch and it's going down the street, like wouldn't you think he'd breathe that in? But that guy was. I actually had to help the X-ray tech that night to lift this dude up and put him on the CAT scan table because they didn't know if he cracked his head or not. And I don't know what happened to him, but they actually ended up keeping him overnight. Like, took him upstairs to the one of the rooms. So I don't know what happened, what exactly happened to him, but he must have cracked his head or something. I live in Pennsylvania, bro. Where's your blue wrench, Nightbot? I thought you had one. Oh, wait. That's the other Nightbot. My bad. Alright, Plasma. Pleasure having you here, man. But as far as that blue wrench goes, I just met you. I don't know what kind of person you are. You could be like sweet talking me and then like I give you a blue wrench and then you're over here banning everybody on the chat. I gotta get a feel for what kind of people you guys are before I just giving you authority. I never said you were. I'm just saying, I don't know who you is. I gotta, you gotta come to some more than one stream. Not be a douche. Like, there's some people that'll come in and just start arguing with people in chat. That's not what I want. We're just here having some fun. Well, I've been streaming for like 4 or 5 months now. So stick around for a while and then I'll consider it. I have a couple mods that I modded back that used to come into my Dragon Ball streams all the time. I slowed down on playing Dragon Ball. Now I barely see those people anymore. Where you been? My stream started 24 minutes and 45 seconds ago. What do you guys say we go chill outside for a minute? I did that last night. Didn't work out so well. There's not a lot of signal in some of the areas and it dropped the stream. Like I walked around the corner and the stream dropped. And there's no signal in the elevator, so the stream will drop in there. And there's cameras everywhere. And I'm not sure who watches them per se. And I don't want to necessarily have somebody that I don't want to get caught by somebody that's a bigwig watching the cameras and maybe checking out what we do on the night shift. I don't think they're gonna appreciate me walking around with a phone talking. I mean, they won't be able to tell what I'm doing exactly, but I'm pretty sure they'd get a gist of what was going on. I'm thinking about going outside. Who wants to go outside with me? Like, I know where the cameras are, so I know how to avoid them where I can get away with like stuff like this. Like, that's why I'm in here. Like, nobody's gonna come in here. I'm the only one that's technically allowed to be in here right now. So I know that unless a maintenance guy gets called in and walks in that back door because a sink upstairs broke, that's the only time that anyone will be in here on the weekend. Yeah. I don't have a taser. I don't have a nightstick. I don't have any weapon. The only weapon I got is these two hands. But I think I'm going to take this journey outside. It might get dark. It might not. But what up, James? What's going on, bro? Alright, guys. So I'm going to tuck you away for a second in my sleeve as I walk out the door because there's a camera that looks down this hall. And we're going to go outside. Whoa, it's really dark. Can y'all see this? Can you even hear me? That thing's loud. I had a flashlight, but I broke it. Y'all be able to see with my little light here. Yeah, because there's like a big ass like furnace, like not a furnace, it's summertime, but like I don't know, I think it's a generator or something running up over here. You guys can probably hear that. Yo, what's up, Brady? What's going on, bro? You guys can kind of see me better when the chat's pulled up because it gives off a little light, but once the chat goes dark, my screen's black. I have my Nightbot set up to put in messages like every 5 or so minutes, but it seems like sometimes it does it a little more. It's also based off of like how much you guys are chatting, and if the chat runs off the screen for a while, it'll post a message or some shit like that. I don't know how it works. I just started using it last week. How old's your daughter again, Turtle? Because my son is going to be 3 August 27th, right? And I don't know what has gotten into him the last couple of days, but he has been the devil. If you've watched any of my live streams that I do in the morning sometimes while he's awake and my girlfriend's at work, you know, I get it. I come home, I get him his breakfast, I turn his TV on, he's got his toys. But no, he comes over, throws stuff at me. Today, he's never touched our charger. Like, we have a power brick where I have all my equipment set up, my laptop, my Xbox, my monitor, you know, all my stuff that's plugged in. And so there's no charger next to our bed, so we bought a 10-foot USB cable, and I have it plugged into the USB port on my computer. It goes under the baby gate that blocks him from waking up in the middle of the night and going in and destroying my Xbox and stuff, because he's destructive as hell and he likes to touch everything. If it's something that's new into the environment, he has to touch it. Like if you pull your phone out and set it on the table, he'll pick it up immediately. He notices it. It's like he has like a fifth sense for that shit. But in today's stream, I'm sitting there trying to play some Destiny, and he picks up the cord as it's laying on the ground next to our bed and just starts pulling on it. And I'm pulling back. Like we're playing tug of war with a goddamn USB cord. I'm telling him to let go. He's just laughing at me. Like he laughs at me now. Like he just straight up laughs at me. There's a little lighting from over here. There we go. I'll stand this way. There we go. There's a little light. You guys can kind of see me. I should probably turn that filter off. That's probably not helping. I don't know why I have it on 8mm film. I thought it'd be fun. I was bored because the chat wasn't coming in for like the first 4 minutes of this stream. Yeah, he's something else. My girlfriend is due with a little girl here in the next month, and I don't know how he's gonna react to not having all his attention that he likes to have. Oh yeah, I ended my stream today a little earlier than I planned on because, now mind you, when I came home, I grabbed something simple. I just, grabbed a hot dog, cut it up for him, put it on a plate. I got him an apple out of the fridge, and I took it upstairs. Well, I cooked the hot dog. I, sliced it up how kids like it, in bite-sized pieces, because for some reason kids will not bite anything. They have to have it in pieces where they can just put it in their mouth. So, I got that. I sat it up on it. I gave it to him up in the room, and he didn't even touch it. He started playing with it at one point. I told him to throw it away, and I'm sitting here streaming, and he's over there playing with his food. Eventually, I convinced him to throw it in the trash bag up there, and like a half hour later, he's like screaming at me that he wants to eat. Like, he doesn't talk very well. He's actually gonna be going to like some sort of school that helps out. He's not old enough for a DS yet, man. He's got a year or two before he grasps the concept of what a video game is, I think. But he's like screaming at me that he wants something to eat, and the way he like conveys that to me is just by yelling eat. That's the only word he, like, because he just knows words. He doesn't know phrases like I want to eat, or I want this, or can you help me. Like, it's just words like help, eat, drink, milk, stuff like that. And he's just screaming that he wants something to eat. And I just kept telling him, like, you threw your food away. Like, they're so irrational. Like, toddlers are irrational as hell. If you don't have a kid yet and you're in your 20s, wait. Just wait. What's my favorite Mexican restaurant? Dude, I will never eat authentic at an authentic Mexican restaurant because I went to one time. But if we're talking like Mexican restaurants that everybody knows about, if Taco Bell counts, then that's my answer. But funny story about a Mexican restaurant. I went to a Mexican restaurant and it completely ruined my homecoming. I spent over half of the homecoming because we decided we were going to go eat at the Mexican restaurant because it was the fanciest place in town at the time. And you got to take your date somewhere fancy. So we go to the Mexican restaurant. I get a chicken quesadilla. It comes out like one of those steaming plates. And I ate it. Hour later, I was in the bathroom just shitting my brains out and like puking at the same time at the school. So I will never eat at a Mexican restaurant again. That stuff is, I don't know what it is about it, but that shit does not sit with me very well. It was just called the Mexican restaurant. Funny enough, that's all it really was. Italian food? Well, I should say that before we go any further into what kind of restaurants I like, that I don't spend that much money on fancy foods. So I mean, the most I do is like Taco Bell, you know, ordering pizza, stuff like that. But before we go any further, I'm gonna walk back inside, so I'm gonna tuck you back away for a second. All right, we're back. My favorite drink, I would have to say that would be Mountain Dew. My second favorite drink is something that just came out, and I can't say enough good about it, but it's this bad boy right here. A watermelon, or it's called Manic Melon, but it's basically watermelon. It's like a Gatorade, but it's got the monster crack in it that keeps you awake. So, it's awesome. It almost tastes like if you took the watermelon Jolly Ranchers and melted them and drank it. Mountain Dew USA, yeah, it tastes like a bomb pop and cough syrup, so I hate it. Most of those sodas, like vanilla, like cherry Coke and vanilla Coke, vanilla Dr. Pepper, they all taste like medicine. Like you get the flavor at the beginning, which isn't even good in the first place, and when you swallow it, what's left over in your mouth is freaking cough syrup. So I mean, if you like that purple drink, I guess you'll like those because you must like the taste of freaking cough syrup. I don't know about you. I don't know how you guys can drink that stuff. It tastes like medicine, dude. Like you taste it, and I don't like the taste of the first part of it. But once you swallow it, it just tastes like medicine. Like that's the first thing I check when I take a just drink of something new that's came out. If you swallow it and you taste a medicine-y, like cough syrupy flavor, uh-uh. What's my favorite animal? I'm not an animal person. Like, My personal opinion is all animals belong outside. That's where they're supposed to be. They didn't become intelligent and build uh, houses and stuff to shelter themselves. They don't belong in my house. But I have 3 cats because I have a girlfriend that, you know, when you grow up, if you guys ever decide to move in with your significant other and your girlfriend or boyfriend, whatever floats your boat, says, I want a cat, and you say, I don't want a cat, most of the time, you'll compromise and you'll get a cat. We had a trial run with a dog last year. We're kind of like dog sitting for one of her friends, and she's all like, we should get a dog." Now, first of all, the place that we're renting, it's like a duplex. It's like a big house, but separated into two apartments. You got to pay a $200 deposit to have a dog. So I ain't spending $200 to have a dog in my house for one. And if there's animals in the house, they're not mine. I will not take care of an animal. I'm not picking up an animal shit. It's bad enough to change diapers. Like, I already gag and about throw up when I have to do that. But that's what being a parent is about. So, but when it comes to a dog or a cat, I ain't touching their shit. I ain't touching it. So if y'all want those things, y'all take care of them. That's the way I've always looked at it. And we did a, like I said, we had her friend brought a dog over one time. We're like babysitting, dog sitting, whatever it's called, this dog. Once that happened, we definitely didn't get a dog because our 7-year-old, like, this was dumb in itself. The fact that she thought that our 7-year-old, who was 6 at the time, was gonna watch this dog. Because I told her I ain't taking care of it. If you're leaving that dog in our house, you better hope your son will take care of it, because I'm not. And the dog shit on our floor twice because our son did not take him outside to go to the bathroom. So there's no dogs. No dogs. And the cats, I freaking hate cats. So if you have a cat and this isn't a thought that crosses your mind, after I tell you this, you might not like cats anymore. So think of it this way. The cats climb on everything, right? They get on everything. These freaking cats will climb up on our kitchen table, up on our stove, up on our counters where our food is prepared and stuff. Now, not a big deal to some people. Well, it's a cat. What's the big deal? I'll tell you what the big deal is. It walks into a litter box, takes a fat, steamy dump, and then it uses its feet and buries it all nice and neat. Sometimes it doesn't even do that, but it's walking around in its own shit and piss, and then it's jumping up on my counter, tracking its turd dust all over my counter. No. I tell you what, I swat cats all day long. Just swat them. The worst thing about cats, too, is they go in and out, in and out, in and out all day long. So now we got freaking flea treatments on them. We got freaking flea treatments on all 3 of them. And we have been spraying this, like, natural peppermint oil based, like, stuff that's supposed to kill fleas around our house the last couple days because it's recently gotten a little warm, so the fleas are kicking up. So we had fleas last year for like a month. You have to finish the missions. You have to do the story mission to go online, but the only thing that's really online is the PvP and the PvP and the online strike. You don't have to do the strike. I went straight into PvP when I got on there, and then later on I played the strike once. Yeah, I'm kind of wondering what that means too. What does CTFU mean? Yeah. Yeah, the strike's kind of lame. I mean, the one thing I'm excited though is that the PvP is actually a lot better in Destiny 2. It still needs a little bit of tweaking when it comes to the supers because everybody gets their supers at the end of the game. So it's like you're playing a normal shooter and then right at the end of the game everybody's fucking throwing fire bolts and coming at you with an electric staff and a freaking purple Captain America shield, throwing a shield into your forehead. And that's just annoying. I think there should be like you should earn your super like through kills, but it's almost like you don't even have to do that. Like even if you suck, you're gonna get this. If you're sucking it up, you're gonna get the super at the end of the game. My favorite old school SNES game was the. It's like it's not well known, but I don't know why. It was just hysterical. It was a hysterical game, and it played like Mario, and it was called Booger Man. And if you don't know what it is, just look it up on YouTube. I'm sure you'll find it. Somebody else had to have recorded that and put it on YouTube, but it is hilarious. Like I've gone to retro game stores and I don't even see it there, but I know I played that when I was a kid and it was hilarious. Like you're just running around, it's like Mario, you're going across the screen like Mario and like little turtle enemies that you would get in Mario and stuff. You're just like there you press one of the buttons and your dude would turn around and build up a fart and it like his pants would expand and then it would just pop and it would kill the enemy by farting and then there's one button where you like pick your nose and flick it at the enemies like you're shooting at them. It's hilarious. Like I mean it's not that funny as an adult, but when I was 5 playing that game it was hilarious. YouTube it. I'm telling you. It's the most weird out there game I've ever played. Well, I can't really add anybody right now. I'm kind of just on my phone. And there's no Xbox in here. I never played Beavis and Butthead. I never really even liked that show, to be honest. It was kind of weird. I mean, it was funny sometimes, but I never really got into it. I'm more watched South Park when I was a little kid. What do you mean there's no sound? Hello. 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 I must have been covering like the mic or something. What's up, Cookies Killer B? What's going on, bro? But I think my favorite childhood games were the old school WWF Nintendo 64 games that me and my friends used to play. Like I didn't even play a shoot. The first shooter I ever really played was Halo 2 on the Xbox. When I got an Xbox for Christmas back in 2004. And I didn't even know there was online for it. Like I just played the story mode. We were just talking about farts. That's hilarious. My favorite console, I don't know. I mean, I really like my Xbox now, but growing up, the Xbox 360 just blew my mind. Like going from like what the PS2 and Xbox or in the Xbox original were doing at the time, and like the GameCube and all that, going to Xbox 360, finding out what Xbox Live was, just blew my mind. And I never really played anything online until I got Gears of War. And I think I got that around 2007, like early 2007, around Easterish. And I went online on that and realized that you can talk to these people. You're playing real people. It's a full match. Blew my mind. And I've been in love with Gears of War ever since. Like, I would marry that game. Did they even have Smash Brothers on the 64? I thought Smash Brothers was a game. It was like first came out on GameCube. I regret never playing Zelda as a kid. I really do. I never played Zelda. I've still never played Zelda. Like, I want to get a Nintendo Switch at some point and play that new Zelda game on there because everyone's giving it a perfect 10 out of 10 score. So I definitely want to play that. But now I don't know if I'm going to get a Nintendo Switch because they announced the Xbox One X and I want that 4K dough. I wanted to get a PS4 again because I've had one before, but I sold it. But I wanted to get one of those, but then Xbox goes and Xbox always gets my money. They always find a way to steal my money. When it comes down to like PS4 and Xbox One, for me, it's really just the exclusives. And if we're being honest here, when it was the 360 versus the PS3, the PS3 got hacked all the time. There was no party chat on PS3, so it was just overall a lot better to play with friends on Xbox 360. But now it's just the exclusives. So it depends on what exclusives you like better. And since I'll always be a Gears and Halo fanboy, I'll always keep my Xbox. But every time an Uncharted game or a Last of Us game has came out, I've bought a PlayStation console. I owned like 5 PlayStation 3s, and then I've owned 3 PS4s so far. Every time like an Uncharted I bought the PS4 when it launched, but then I got another one around when Uncharted was announced and stuff like that. But every time a Naughty Dog game has came out, I've bought in one of the PlayStation consoles, and then when I finish it, it just sits on the shelf for months, and I'm like, I'll just sell it. I need money. I'll sell it. Yeah, Uncharted 4 was pretty cool because you get to play the first level of Crash Bandicoot in one of the beginning missions. All right, Summer Apple, thanks for stopping by. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be be live for. Thanks for the like, Lewis is JR. Thank you very much. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be live for. I got a message like 20 minutes ago telling me that like a data warning, and I have 8 gigs of data, and I think I'm used around like 4. It's probably over 4 now, like 4.5 ish. So I'm probably gonna end this around an hour, which is like 5 more minutes. So if you guys got any questions for me or anything like that, now would be the time to let me know. Or not. We can just be silent for 4 more minutes. That's cool. Yeah, Friday the 13th, when I first started playing it, I was getting mad views, dog. Like, I had like 3,000, then 2,000. Well, not at once. I have 800 subscribers. I should rephrase that. I had 3,000 total views, like, throughout the entire stream of people coming in and going. But then it went down to like 2,000, then it went down to like 900, and right now when I play Friday the 13th, I probably get like 300 viewers total throughout the day, throughout the stream. Like, it's losing its steam. And I'm hoping with Destiny I can pick up some steam on that, but there's so many people that play Destiny compared to those like indie games that like Friday the 13th and stuff. It's hard to get in on that turf war that they're having for views on that. But I was a diesel mechanic. Like, I worked on the Hummers and shit. It wasn't a very good one, I should say that. Like, I went into the Army to be a mechanic without no knowledge, without ever changing oil, nothing. So it's basically like a crash course that they send you through that's only 9 weeks long, and you're supposed to know how to... It's like a week on each system. So, I mean, I learned a little bit, and then I don't do mechanic work. Like, I didn't like it, so I don't really like working on vehicles, so I didn't continue to do that when I came home. The only time I ever was around stuff like that was when I went to my drills, and we barely ever did stuff like that there, because as being in the reserves, we don't get the funds for tools and parts and stuff. Like, half the time when our ship broke down, they shipped it to a shop for them to work on it, even though they were paying us to be mechanics. So if you ever... Yeah, it's almost 800. It was 800 the other day, but I lost like 3 subscribers playing Destiny because I guess Destiny's not cool enough for people. But when it comes to the government saying that they want to increase spending on the military, I'll be the first one to say that I'm totally against it, because you have money, just stop wasting it. We already spend more money on the military here than the next 12 largest countries combined. So you're paying me and like 12 other guys to sit in an office and do nothing. Like, that's what they did. When we went to the range and we shot our weapons, if there was leftover ammo, instead of taking it back and storing it for next time, or having it stored for something else, like, or shipped overseas to the wars or anything like that, if the case was open, the ammo depot didn't want it back. Get that. And they do this everywhere. I don't know how much a round costs, because I'm not a gun enthusiast either, but that's wasteful. Like, they waste a lot of money in the Army, in the military in general. So why don't they just figure out, what they need to do to stop wasting everything? They don't need more money. The military, our military, is the most powerful military in the world, but they don't need more money to get more powerful. They just need more, they just need better management.
I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm just telling you how it is. I was in the military. I've seen how much they waste. They waste everything, man. All they need to do is just get some crack down on wastefulness. They don't need more money. They can spend that money that they're trying to give the military. I think they're trying to get like 50 more million on top of the already like it might even be in the billions what they're spending on the military. I think it's like 600 billion, which is like ridiculous. They don't need like more billions of dollars. They just need to stop wasting stuff. Like there was one time where I was on the range duty and I went up to set up the range, so I was loading everybody's clips, to qualify with their M16s. And the second day got canceled because there was a snowstorm, which on the range is ridiculous. Going to the range in a snowstorm, that's rough. But the second day, it snowed so bad because I was in Ohio at the time for this, and we drove up to PA. So the buses that were going to load all the soldiers from the one unit in our company that were going to load up to Pennsylvania couldn't come because it was like the travel conditions were like it was not feasible. And so we had like 3 cases, which is like I know there was like 8 or 9 of us up there, and we each had 4 30-round clips for our M16. So that's 120 times like 10. So that's like 1,200 rounds. One round, I don't know how much that costs, but just 1,200 rounds. They said they didn't want it back. If it's not open, you bring it back to us. If it's open, just have fun. Yeah, so we just had fun. We loaded up clips, and we're sitting there burning ammo down the range, just like there was these like metal shafts up because it was an indoor range kind of like it had a roof over top, but then where the targets moved back and forth was opened over top, so it's still freezing cold. And I remember flipping my M16 into burst and just going nuts to the point where I started to like rise up slowly because we weren't even really shooting at a target. We were just burning the ammo, just having fun. And I started shooting the roof, like the roof that brought the target in, and there was sparks flying. But it was fun. But we wasted 1,200 rounds for absolutely no reason. So we don't need more money in the military. We just need to stop wasting.
All right, guys. It's been an hour. I've enjoyed talking to you guys. I'm going to be playing Destiny 2 in the morning. So if y'all want to play Destiny 2, if you ain't got my gamer tag, well, you should definitely get that. It's in my description on most of my live streams. I can't put my description that I normally have on my phone for some reason, because that's a lot of typing out and it doesn't save it. But just go to one of my other live streams of a game that I do. It's in the description. Add me. We'll hop on some Destiny 2. It's going to be about 8 o'clock in the morning. Right now, I think it is... What time is it? I'm Eastern time, so 8 o'clock Eastern time. I don't know what time that's going to be for you guys, but if you're going to play, just send me a message on Xbox. I'll shoot you guys invites. So yeah, that'll be about 8 o'clock in the morning. I'll play that for a few hours, and I'm going to get some sleep, and I'll have to go back into work tonight. Well, tomorrow night. And then Monday morning is going to be some more Friday the 13th. So, yep. That's pretty much it. If you're new, don't forget to drop that sub. Road to 1K, that's right. Don't forget to drop the likes on the stream. And I will see y'all then. And maybe we'll see each other like this face to face again tomorrow night. But the maintenance guy's going to be here. So that's going to be rough. I might go into the attic. I'll show you guys the attic tomorrow night. But Yep, that's all I got. Peace out.